Hello, my lovely educators. This is Meenakshi Narula at Mentoring the Mentors, an institute that accelerates your learning curve. Before I begin with today's session, before I begin with today's discussion, I would like to wish you all very happy Lohri, Makar Sankranti, Pongal, Bihu, and Uttarayan. These festivals highlight the unity in diversity that defines our country and underline our organic relationship with nature. So today I'm going to talk to you about sustainable development goals in education. This is the first introductory part of this session. As I promised all of you, I will be sharing bite-sized videos with all of you, not more than 15 to 20 minutes, so that you can watch the same at your own pace. Today's session will be on introduction about sustainable development goals. What is the importance of SDGs? What are exactly SDGs and how we can integrate the same in education and why there is a need to integrate the same in education, right? So let us talk about sustainable development goals. See why these are required. When we talk about holistic development of our students, we have sessions, we have discussions on holistic 360-degree report cards when we are, you see, assessing our students based on different kinds of skills. Why we cannot focus on different kinds of skills? First, we need to foster all those kinds of skills in our students. Then only we will be talking about assessment, holistic assessment, right? We need to adopt whole child development approach for our students, right? That should include social, emotional, cognitive, character, physical skills, in addition to the academic skills that we are already focusing on. We also talk about life skills. So what are different life skills we would like to enhance in our students? Nowadays, we need to make sure our children should be having some kind of decision making skills where they should know how to manage the finance economically independent, how they can be. So we need to focus on building financial literacy, gender equality, problem solving, creativity, critical thinking skills in our students, right? And all this, when we talk about, there comes the role of sustainable development. All these things, all these features, all these skills, all these characteristics, they come under the big wide umbrella of sustainable development. We want our children, we want our students to first let them understand what is sustainable development. So for making them understand what is sustainable development, first we as educators should understand what is sustainable development, what are the different goals that are there for SDGs. Then only we can expect our students to understand and make their families, make their neighborhood also understand SDGs. They should understand the roles and responsibilities, the roles and responsibilities of their families towards a sustainable world. SDGs, in short, we say, the Sustainable Development Goals are the universal call to action. Why? To end poverty, to protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. We actually talk about 5 P's: people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. Partnership amongst different countries in the world, right? So I want to talk about, like, if you can read it on the screen, sustainable development is a development that meets the needs of the present, meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs, right? So SDGs, they are generally divided into 3 components: environment, society, and economy. So all these sustainable development goals under these 3 categories, they are intertwined. They are not separate. They cannot be completed as standalone SDGs. And to achieve these sustainable development, UN, United Nations, has adopted 17 goals, 17 standard Sustainable Development Goals. And this was adopted in 2015. There are 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And this has been taken up by 193 countries. And if we talk about each and every goal has certain targets. And altogether, we are having 169 targets, right? We should know about all this. And on the screen, you can see all 17 SDGs. We should make our students aware of different SDGs. SDG 1, no poverty. SDG 2, no hunger. We call these SDGs as our global goals as well. SDG 3, good health. 4, quality education. 5, gender equality. 6, clean water and sanitization. 7, renewable energy. 8, good jobs and economic growth. And then we talk about innovation and infrastructure, reduce inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, then responsible consumption, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, and partnership for the goals. These are the 17 global goals that we should talk about with our students. We should make them aware of. We should not be taking as a standalone subject talking about SDGs. Rather, I will be telling you, I will be sharing with you different strategies by which you will be able to integrate these SDGs in their curriculum. See, even I would like to tell you, if we talk about NEP 2020, that also talk about SDGs 2030, how to integrate the same in the curriculum. We will be talking about the same also in detail, like what are the expectations as per NEP and how we can integrate the same very, very easily in our curriculum. Now, if we talk about why do we need SDGs? What is the importance of, what is the requirement of teaching SDGs? Around 800 million people still live in extreme poverty and suffer from hunger. 144 million people, they were displaced from their homes by natural disasters. Why? Because of climate change. There is water scarcity that affects 40% of the global population. 946 million people still practice open defecation. Gender inequality still persists. Don't think about even women they are representing in parliament. They are there in each and every field, right? But still there is gender inequality. So we have to make our generation, our future generation, our children aware of all this, and we should start such kind of practices so that the future generation shall not face all these kinds of problems, right? When we talk about goals, SMART goals, you all have read about it, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound, right? Everything should be, when you are planning something, that should be very, very specific. What you have to do, how you have to do, who all will be involved in that project, and by when you are planning to accomplish that, right? So these are SMART goals that we'll be talking about. So the 17 goals, what do they aim to achieve? End poverty and hunger everywhere. Combat inequalities within and between the countries. Build peaceful, just, inclusive societies. Protect human rights. Promote gender equality and empowerment of women and girls. Ensure lasting protection of the planet and its natural resources. Create conditions for sustainable, inclusive, sustained economic growth, shared prosperity, and decent work for all. These are the aims, right, for these 17 goals. And how shall we begin? Let me tell you. We want our students to learn about SDGs. First of all, we as educators and administrators, we should understand the concept of sustainability, should be familiar with the principles. And once we understand the concept of sustainability, Once we understand how to integrate the same in the curriculum, in the different school activities, it will not be difficult for us to make our children aware of SDGs. Number of activities can be done. You can integrate the same in your regular class assemblies. You can integrate in your normal curriculum that you are teaching to your students. Different activities you need to plan. I will be sharing everything with you in the upcoming videos where we'll be talking about different SDGs, subject wise, right, and even group wise, right? Now, educators can identify potential areas of the existing curriculum in which they insert examples, right? Some kind of examples we should cite. Talking about sustainability, we should provide some additional knowledge. As we look at our books, textbooks, when we share with the students, there is always given some extra knowledge, out of the box thinking. Some information is there where the children get to know more about it. If we talk about 5 E's, like engaging the students, right, teaching them, and then that leads to extending the knowledge. Extending the knowledge beyond that boundaries. I mean, there are not set boundaries. If as a teacher I'm teaching my students about any kind of resources, natural resources, I'm talking about climate, right, weather and seasons, it's not necessary that I'll be limiting their knowledge to knowing just about there are different seasons, there is difference between weather and season, right, like how changes in seasons occur. Not only this, I should be, my subject, my lesson will not be complete unless until I talk about climate change, unless until I talk about the effects of climate change, until I talk about the people who are suffering because of this, the countries who are affected by this, right? I mean, how come this is economically also affecting us? Each and every field I need to talk about. My chapter is incomplete without talking about the climate change effects, right? So this is what I just would like to talk about. Then values. What is our contribution for that? We need to talk about that as well. Now on the screen, you see I have got it from net, right? I'm just sharing with you and I'll be giving you examples with all of you. Consider different kinds of subjects that are there in front of you. You should know, like, it's not like that you cannot integrate the same in any subject. I mean, there's a particular subject where you need to integrate SDGs. No. For example, when you are teaching history to your students, history teaches the concept of global change that has occurred for centuries. You need to talk about sustainability. Reading, any kind of languages that you are teaching to your students, they are learning English language, Hindi language, Punjabi language, any of the local languages. When they are learning, reading develops the ability to distinguish between fact and opinion and help students become critical readers. Give them something to read, let them read, right? It's not necessary every time you have to give from the textbook. You can give some of the topics related to sustainability to your students. Let them be the critical thinkers. Let them evaluate, let them analyze, like what is going on in the society, who is responsible for it, and how we will be able to accomplish our goal of sustainability. Social studies help students to understand the society, its dynamics, its issues, and mathematics help students understand the numbers, which allows them to interpret pollution data. Poverty. Can you check the graph of poverty? The population graph. How is it affecting? How many people are there who are not able to get even 2 meals a day? We need to talk about all this to our students, right? And talking about science, it helps understand consequences on health, good health. We talk about good health. Goal number 3, we need to talk about how many people they are suffering from malnutrition. How many people they are not able to get proper food. They are affected by different kinds of diseases. They're not able to get proper medicine. They are affected by poverty and environmental changes and all. We need to talk about all this. And see this picture. It means we're going to talk about during this again we are looking at, again, we are in this situation, the COVID cases, they are surging high, increasingly, I mean, spreading everywhere throughout the world. So it is affecting our goals that we would like to achieve by 2030, even before that. But even then, let's all keep our morale, keep our strengths high. We will be able to achieve. We have to have confidence in ourselves. We have to have always ready to help each other, right? So during this pandemic, you see, it has exposed fundamental weakness in our global system. It has shown how the prevalence of poverty, weak health system, lack of education, lack of global cooperation, you see, it is increasing this crisis. Even right now, if I talk about all the children who fall under the age of 15 to 18 years, still everybody is not going for vaccination. That is the challenge for us. So we need to educate our students. We need to educate children and let them educate their what all peer group in their society. What is the importance of getting vaccinated? We are not understanding like how sensitive this issue is, right? And as the world responds to this pandemic and seeks to restore global prosperity, we must focus on addressing underlying factors through SDGs, that is Sustainable Development Goals. We must not relent our efforts amid this crisis. While some SDGs gains have been eroded, this should not deflate our energy. So soon we'll be meeting, talking about integrating different SDGs in different subjects. Till then, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching my videos, and do share your feedback as well. This was part 1, and very soon I'll be coming with part 2, where we'll be talking about integration of SDGs in different subjects through different activities. Thank you. Till then, goodbye.